the real world.
Welcome to my channel. This is Serge bringing you another action figure collector's review on Neca's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-pack. You got Donatello versus Krang. These are Target exclusives. Right here you get open and closed communicator right there for Donatello. You get Donatello himself, you get his bow staff, you get Krang and his little walker thing right here, and you get his little wheelchair right there. You get an image of Donatello right there from the show, and you also get an image of Krang. Well, I guess that wouldn't really technically be the show, because Donatello was more of this darker green in the show. Anyway, right here on this side, you get a little nice image of Krang right there. You get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right at the top. Right here, you get a little nice image of Donatello right there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right at the top. You get Donatello fighting Krang right there. The product shots right there. You get the figures from this wave. You get a nice little bio of the turtles. You get Donatello versus Krang and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there. On the bottom of the box, you get nothing but the barcode. Let's get to it and open these bad boys up. Look at these accessories right here. You get Krang's little wheelchair. It looks good. I like the blue and the gray. It looks very nice. On it, it's simple and it's clean. But that's what Krang used to move around with early on in the show. He ports on there just like so. Looks nice. I like that. Right here, you got Donatello's bow staff. Looks great with the gray, or I guess that would, yeah, it's like a grayish looking white color. Nice. It looks like wood. It looks like a piece of stick. You know, I'm very pleased with that. Looks good. You get a pair of gripping hands with Donatello. One for the left and the right. It looks nice. Like the green. It looks good. Right here, you get the other two hands. And I would say these would be more for Raphael side holding hands. But, I mean, I guess you could use them for Donatello as well. They look good. Right here, you get the open communicator with the buttons. Looks very good. I like the sculpting and the detailing on that. And I guess this part would be like an antenna part, I guess, because these are two separate or they're not the same. Looks good. The screen's blue. It looks very accurate to the show from what I can remember. It's been years since I've seen the show, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if it is, if it ain't. Right there, I like this closed part of the communicator. It's great for displaying options, but I don't think they can hold these right though. I mean, not with these two sets of hands that I got. And I don't know if you can tell, the lighting's terrible, but there's some weird green coloration right there, like two different tones of green around that joint. I don't really like that, but it's okay. Man, that lighting's terrible. I apologize. Anyway, that was a good look at the accessories. Donatello and Krang getting ready to face off on your screens. I'm really enjoying NECA's attention to detail when it comes to these figures from the show. And I do have a few little nitpicky gripes about these, but for the most part I like them, and we'll get into that in just a second. Start off with that articulation. We'll start with Krang first. Right here, he comes out of his, I guess you'd call this a walker. He comes just like that with his arms ported in. And what you do is you can pop these arms out and put them right here. If I can get it to fit. It's a little harder on the camera. But then it just does this. It does the swivel and you can move it around just like so. Which isn't bad. I like that because you can put him on his little wheelchair thing. So I like that, and you just put Krang back in just like that. Shut this. It's very simple, you know. Oops, and that should port back right on in just like there. There you go. You feel a little click. Anyway, his articulation right there. He can just move his arms around just like so, and this can go that far forward because it hits these hoses right here, and it can spin that far back, which is good. I don't mind that at all. And his legs can bend in just like so, and back just like so. Now you do get this, both of these feet go around in a full 360. And that's it for Krang's articulation. We'll go check out Donatello's. Right here, he looks great. I love his purple of his eyes. Looks very accurate to the show from what I can remember. His mouth looks really good right there. I like the peach and the different colors that they used in there. Bump underneath here, that's where you would put his wheelchair right there. And right here is the different colors. I like that. Right here on the back, all this is sculpted all the way up through there. Looks good. And right here, the different colors that they use. It's like a peachy pink looking color. And the black for the cell shading looks very nice. Like all this is sculpted. It looks good. Very pleased with that. It looks great. Right here on his walking chair. Looks good. I like the legs and the hydraulic lifts right there. I like how all that's done. It looks very accurate to show. I like how you can stick his arms through them holes. Looks good. And this ventilation system looks good. Nice and sculpted. Right there. Like the little pop rivets right there. Looks nice. And his feet looks good right there. Very, very accurate. Like that. The hoses look real good, and the hoses have sculpted lines all the way up through them. There's this little oxygen tank on the back, like that. Right there, the red looks nice. Up underneath here, you get a little hatch right there, like that. I love that. Right there. Up in here, you get sculpt work in here. It looks good. Very, very pleased with that. So it looks very, very nice. Like that. The different line work in there. The hoses in there sculpted as well. Looks good. Very pleased. Getting into Donatello's articulation, I'd like to talk about his bow staff. It can come apart. I don't ever remember it being like coming apart in the show, or him having two separate ones or a shorter one. But if you do, let me know in the comments below. But his bow can also go through this little slot right here in the back, just like so. And it can be a little hard to do sometimes. But right there, that's how it looks. I'm very pleased with that. We'll slide that out of there for now. Okay, and we'll get right into the articulation. His head can't really look up that much because it hits that shell right there, which is a little disappointing, but it's understandable because of the sculpt. But his head can look down that far, which is a good range, I think. He's got a little bit of the confused dog to that side, and he can look over to that side a little bit more so. He's got the Exorcist right here, and it's been around in a full 360. His arm can only go back that far, and back just, well, if you want it to go out to the side, it can go out that far, but straight back it just hits that shell right there, which is okay with me because of the sculpt work. He's got a, looks like a single jointed elbow that moves in that far, about the 90-degree mark, and you get a swivel right there. And you also get a bicep swivel right here at the wrist. His wrist hinge up and down, which, as all Neca joints, they're a little stiff, but they got the swivel. Let's see if I can't get this one to hinge. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but they go up and down. And he's got a little bit of articulation right here, but it's kind of like limited. It's just like a side to side right there. You can see it working up in there if you like. See right there? It's just a little bit of a waist swivel, not too much. But he's got a thigh cut, which is a little stiff right there, but he's got it. He's got a double jointed knee that goes in that far, and he goes up that far, and he can only kick back just a little bit because of the shell. He can kick forward quite a bit, just like so. He also has, oh yeah, he can kick his splits out super far wide out, which I'm very pleased with. He also has, his ankle can go that far forward or backwards and this far forward, and he's got a bit of ankle pivot. It's pretty good articulation considering the sculpt. Look at Donnie's sculpt work and everything. He looks very good. Like that, how that D is raised up like that. The D's raised. Ha! His belt looks good. I'm enjoying that. His bandana and his face sculpt looks very accurate. I like his like little smirk he's got going on. I forgot to mention that this part is posable as well, but he's got different shadowing effect on his back side right through here. You can tell the different colors through there. The sculpting looks good on the shell. All these little lines and stuff are sculpted in right there. I like the way his belt looks. It looks very, very good. I'm enjoying that. His little bandages or wristbands and elbow pads look good. I call them bandages, might be. And right there, his knee pad looks good. I'm enjoying that. His toes look great and sculpted nice. Enjoying that. His paint looks great as well. I like the black shading in there. Looks good. I'm very, very pleased with that. Alright, and here's how Donatello and Krang scale with a couple of foot soldiers. And I'm loving the scaling with these. It's perfect. Here's how Donatello and Krang scale with Bebop and Rocksteady, and they go great in scale. And I did a review on both of these. If you want to go check it out, you can do so. Donatello and Krang scale with the original Playmates line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You have Donatello on the left and Master Splinter on the right. Here's how Donatello and Krang scale with a couple of Playmates Ninja Turtles. You have Futuristic Raphael on the right, and you have Troll Doll Donatello on the left. Here's how they scale with a couple of McFarlane toys. You have Alma on the left and Izuku Midoriya on the right. Here's how they scale with a couple of Power Rangers from the Lightning Collection. You have the Gold Beast Morpher on the right and the Dragon Shield Black Power Ranger on the left. Just for fun, here's how they scale with a couple of Marvel Legends symbiotes. You have Carnage on the right and Back in Black Deadpool on the left. Final thoughts on these figures. I really enjoy NECA's heart and soul that they've been putting into this line. You can tell they really care when it comes to their Ninja Turtles, and I'm enjoying it as a fan of the Turtles. I mean, this brings back so many memories. The nostalgia is there, the sculpt is there. Now, the articulation might be hindered a little bit, but that's understandable because they're turtles, the shell's blocking the way. I mean, we wouldn't have such great, amazing figures if it wasn't for the sculpt work of these figures. So I'm very pleased with that. And I feel like this set should have came with a few more accessories. I mean, like Krang's just coming with that chair and the wheelchair and his walker. I feel like he should have had something extra, whether it be like, I don't know, plans or schematics to build his like robot looking suit. That would have been nice. Or like the Technodrome, that would have been great. You know, like schematics for that. But at the end of the day, I'm very pleased with this set. I recommend if you're a Turtles fan, if you're a NECA fan, go out and pick this up. Let me know what you think of the figures. Let me know what you think of the review. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Surge. If you want more action figure collectors reviews, then feel the urge to subscribe to Surge. And if you liked what you've seen, then click that thumbs up button. And if you want to see this channel grow, then don't forget to share with a friend. Speaking of friends, you can friend me over there on Facebook. Links to that will be in the description below. You can follow me along on Twitter. Links to that will be in the description below. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Yeah. Wow, Donnie's packing.